Well, hey everybody, this is Ras2484. Welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2. We're back in my wonderful Kamaz 6460. So today we are in Berlin, Germany. So we're going to go and take a trip to Sweden, to Västerås, Sweden. So hopefully we'll be able to discover two cities at once, because we'll be passing by Örebro, Sweden as well. So I went ahead and selected this run already. Now this particular chip was here at the same farm that we delivered our last cargo from. So I'll continue to just continue where we left off here. So we're gonna be doing some nighttime driving today. So. I was doing some practice deliveries for using the Kamaz 6460, and I found out that I don't know, some of the tankers, I don't know if it was considered a special cargo or something, but some weird reason, I mean it was a lot wider than it looked, because when you looked at it, it looked like it was the original width of, like you would say, this particular cargo we're doing right here, like this thing of, I guess, beef that we're taking all the way to Sweden. But no, it's actually a little bit wider, and it just looked like it was a bit off center. So I had a lot of trouble rounding corners with that. So I got stuck on a few fences. I tried to get that in there, so that was a bit annoying. But now, one thing to consider when you're driving this Kamaz is, yeah, we're going to be going a little bit faster today. Just because I want to. Now, is that the steering is very sensitive. So if you're driving, like using a joystick, using a controller or just using the keyboard, just keep it in mind that when you first drive it, the controls are going to be very sensitive. I know in the last recent patch, they said that they have actually improved the keyboard and joystick controls. I guess it was not as sensitive as it used to be, but I would still, I'd still watch out for that, because I still constantly have problems with it. And I really had dove down the steering sensitivity for this particular truck. It might be too much for another truck, so you just got to kind of have to play with it until you get the right kind of truck. Now, why have I been so obsessed about doing this particular truck? Well, I don't know what started me with the Kamaz, really, is, as you can tell, it's a very simple truck, and I've always been real fascinated with with trucks in different countries. I know the American trucks, obviously, they have their own distinct looks and engines and sounds and whatnot, but the other trucks, these flat nose trucks that you see a lot of the little miniature ones. This particular one is a day cab, so this particular Kamaz I'm driving. Now, Russian trucks, a lot of them look very military-like. Don't really have much distinctive features to speak of, really. Very basic looking. And, to most, I would say, I guess it's really, it would really be a major turnoff for it. But I really love about it is the absolute simplicity that it has. It also has probably one of the largest fuel tanks of any truck I've ever owned or driven in this game, because it is 581 gallons. Now, most typical trucks that I've seen range anywhere from 200 to 300 gallon tanks, usually, you know. Sometimes it might be less, more or less than that. It just depends on what it is, you know. So, see one that's above, like, 400 gallons, it's like, holy shit, you know. It's like, wow, is that even technically possible, you know? But if you think about it, the Russian countryside is a very long and vast one, you know? It's not densely populated, you know, so they had to have something that, you know, was able to, you know, haul stuff without having to be refueled very often. So, I don't know how many trips we've taken on this thing so far, but it's one of the things I wanted to kind of test out this, we've ended one of those, oh, I barely saw it. Okay. Yeah. Wait a minute. We're on one of those camera things, aren't we? Yeah, this truck is very, very peppy. So, if you have a steering wheel and stuff, it's probably pretty easy to drive. I like it. It just, like I said before, it's real simple, you know. And I've yet to discover how much it actually really costs when you fill it up from the empty tank. Because every time you purchase a truck, excuse me, it's always at full tank. So I never really had a truck long enough to really, you know, because most people are like, "Ooh, shiny new truck. I need to drive it and just sell my other one." Well, I don't really like to do that. I like to break my trucks in before I send them off to one night for my drivers to use it, you know. So this particular truck, I'd like to put at least 10,000 miles on it before we drive something else. I mean, I know later on, you know, in the early parts of my playthrough, I've driven all sorts of trucks. You know, I think I did sample the MAZ. The MAZ was nice, but the mod itself was corrupted, so I had to get rid of it. It was a nice truck, but man, that was a gas guzzler though. even with my skill sets that I have, it still ate up fuel. You know, because the tank was less than 1000 gallons, which to me is a pretty small for a semi truck. So, you know, considering looking at a truck like this, you would think it really would have a small tank, but it really has a large one. So, but they actually have a Kamaz truck that only has a 92 gallon tank in it. Which you're like, yeah, that exists? Yes, it exists. It's not meant for long distance. So, if you want to do a challenge where you can drive a truck that has a very limited fuel capacity, then I would check the Kamaz out. I don't remember which one it was, so, but yeah, that's something pretty cool to check out. Though. I would actually knock some miles on here. Because I know before I was playing American Truck Simulator. Now, American Truck Simulator, the scaling is different there, so it doesn't take as long to get from point A to point B. So, with that particular playthrough, I'm probably going to put about 50,000 miles on it. And better go there you go. I put 50,000 miles at least on my Freightliner Argosy before I consider trading up. And I don't really trade up. I really kind of break these trucks in when I'm going to have some people to drive them, because they're not going to, you know, unlike this game, which I don't really break up my trucks in. I just give them as buy them new, and you know that's the only truck that my driver's ever going to get. You know, up until about, I'd say, I don't know, 500,000 miles or so, and I might switch out. But it's going to be a lot. It's going to be years before we actually, over time, before we actually see that. So. I'm actually going to back off here because the guardrails always make me nervous. So, yeah, I think we're nearing the docks right now, so, we'll be doing the majority of our driving in Sweden, so I really do like the highways in Sweden in this game. I think it's the highways are designed a little bit, definitely designed way better than the rest of the games. I know the developers are working on kind of adding some new intersections and stuff, which I'm really happy that they're doing that. I really kind of want to see a little bit more variety instead of all these roundabouts and some of these intersections make no sense. I don't know if this is the most logical thing that they could think of. That they said, well, first of all, I need to pay attention to how I'm going. Alright. That's actually pretty dead. It's about 2:37 in the morning on a Sunday, so yeah, our fuel's looking pretty good, so I kind of, every time I want to get a new truck, I kind of want to see how far it can go in a tank of fuel. It says like empty, without holding anything, that it can go about 4,500 miles, something like that, almost 5,000 miles. That is crazy. Oh no, I'm just trying to do simple things like that. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah. So, wow, this truck can go that far. Holy crap. I was like, and after we use up our first tank, we're going to fill up every Monday and Friday. So that's just going to be the thing on this playthrough from now on. But every time we get our truck for the first time, though, then I think we're going to use that one, right? Yeah. We're going to use that one, which is 668 euros, 5 hours, and 35 minutes. Embark. So now it's Sunday at 8:15 a.m. Awesome. All right. I'm prepared for the random slowdown. It just happens a lot here in Sweden. But see, this is lag that I can deal with. It's just that very choppy lag, like this filling the load, like whatever is in. Oh, there's a fucking roundabout. Everybody knows my situation with roundabouts. I don't like them. Okay, well, this one should be so bad. Get over anything. Looks like we can stay in the right lane. I think we should be okay. I have to admit, getting from the docks onto these freeways is a little bit weird. It's like all of a sudden it's these small roads and there's a roundabout, and then all of a sudden it's a highway. It's like, okay, I guess. I don't know where you're going with that, but alright. I do like these clover leaves, though. These are pretty cool. Okay, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Alright. Cool. Ooh, don't like that though. Man, did they have intersections like that here in Houston? There'd be an accident every 5 minutes. Guaranteed. I'm not lying. But seriously, people cannot drive here. Oh, we're actually on the free. Oh. Shit, I thought we were on the... Still on the on-ramp. Not bad. There we go. See, these highway intersections make more sense, you know? Like, you go off the ramp there and you need to cross the bridge in order to get to the other side there if you're going left. You know, that's more traditional it is in the United States on these freeways. These freeways are not busy and are not really the, you know, heavy traffic type intersections. It's better it's going to be like, so. Oh, man. Frame rate took a dive there. Yeah, well, more detail was put in over here, so I guess it's kind of, you got scaling on the AI, the computer's trying to process this scaling as best it can, but you know, so now it's kind of hard to do that. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. Probably it's trying to load in some more traffic or whatever. So, yeah. Hopefully it'll clean itself out. Usually it does. One of those evil buses. I don't know who did the AI programming for these buses, but they're evil. Because seriously, these things will like slow down, and all of a sudden they would speed up as soon as they see you. I don't know if that's embedded in the AI, where some AI kind of reacts to where you are. I don't really know, but I can tell you is that some of this AI, I think I consider it evil. See what this bus is doing right now? It's going to slow down in my face right now. See what? See what I mean? I don't know who the fuck did that. That's just... Sorry, that's just me. I guess that's just me. I don't know. I just think that's me. So yeah, this, yeah, the... Let's go look this way. We'll be staying on this road for more than 10 miles. Gee, it's not that long to go. Holy crap. Well, it's almost time for me to cut the video anyway, so it looks like it's going to take us quite a while to get there. We've still got about 330 miles to go, so... Yeah, you really can't even see my fuel tank very well, so I'm not even going to mention it. You know, if you see the tachometer, it's that first little mini one to the right. And that cluster that has 4 right there, the one on the left right there, that cluster there is the fuel gauge, but you can't really see it because of the shader quality. So, I will just go here another minute or two. Why not? What's going on? All right, so See, I like it because both lanes actually still continue on, and it's not like where one lane, exits and the other lane goes straight. I never see that. That must be something done just to kind of, for the roads to make sense and the scaling, I don't think that's what it really had to be, I just don't see how any other way how that could happen, but I don't know. That's just me. I was like seriously, I'm thinking, how does that work, We're right at 300 miles, so. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and stop it there. So next time we'll probably get down, probably see if we can knock another 200 miles out next time, and then we'll finish up the trip in the third video. So, thanks for y'all for watching. See you next time.